Okay, here we are for our special pre-playoff edition of Smash of the Day. I think first of all we're going to take a look at the playoff teams, and then we'll take a look at the Tenderfoot Trophy. And with me is Sean and Graham, both familiar faces, been with us since season 1. So let's take a look at Division 1. I guess we'll just do them in the order that they're here for now.
Yeah.
And obviously we'll be skipping over the Snotling Stars because they're not in it, surprisingly. So, Gorgeous Gits, 2000 TV, oldest team in the league at this point, I believe.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they are the oldest.
I mean, every time we look at these guys, we pretty much say the same thing, right? There's no reason why they can't win.
Yeah.
They've got everything.
Yeah.
He's
The
got
strength of his roster is that he's basically got an elf receiver who, by the looks of it, is also his ball handler. But now that he's got Jack, you can use the throw to pick it up and yeet it to him.
Yep.
He looks like he's lost a blitzer. The strength for me on this roster is 5 blodgers, of which 3 of those blodgers are Blackhawks.
yeah.
He's got multiple mighty below. His weaknesses, he's got no guard. He's got 2 for an Orc team of 4 seasons. That's not enough.
It's a little light on guard if he comes up against a heavy bash team.
But everyone in this thing, bar Jack, is heavy bash. That's my issue with it. He's got lizards which want to hit you, Khemri that want to hit you, Chaos that want to hit you, Orc that want to hit you, Nurgle that want to hit you. There's 2 teams in his playoff berth that aren't bash.
And he's got a nice
Having
little...
said that, his first round match will be against the one team that he'll want to play, which is the Vampires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus he's got that nice little sneaky git goblin in there.
Yeah.
He's
There's some shenanigans there.
of the actual rosters, I'd say this is probably the best.
Yeah.
Just because of its age. And it's hard to get rid of it.
Yeah, definitely. Although it is only 13 guys, if you take a few of those out, the spiral begins, especially against, like, most of these rosters now that he'll be coming up against have got like 14, 15, possibly even 16 guys on them.
Yeah, there is that. And he's giving... You can't get rid of the bloat. Because he's got low fan factor for a 4-season team. 4 rerolls he needs because people hot pot him. Doesn't have leader, but you're not going to take it when you've only got 1 thrower. Especially with the agi up he's got. Yeah.
Yeah. Still, you'd be expecting him
the
to be doing
I
alright.
expect him to do well.
Yeah.
The fact that he can play the passing game is huge as well.
Yeah.
As long as he keeps that blitzer and that thrower in. Well, yeah, we'd be expecting him to do alright. You'd at least expect him to make the semis, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he should
definitely.
I'd expect him to beat Jack just because of the power of roster.
Yep. Well, let's take a look at Rakdos Runaways. So, slightly higher TV, slightly younger team. This is what happens to Chaos after 3 seasons. Look at the state of that. That's disgusting. Again, not a great amount of guard, though.
Yeah, light on the guard.
I'd say his biggest weakness was his choice for the Minotaur to not take Claw.
Yeah, that is a bit of an odd one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if he's listening...
I think he was
he
dealing
beats
with a
me
lot
up.
of like agi stunty type teams when he first got the level up for tentacles. I was thinking that he could use it like a beast.
Yeah. The other thing I'd be doing is the same thing that one of the other lads has done, is put some money into cheerleaders and coaches to rob the opponent of the chances of winning the... Because at this point, you can't not bloat. He's got... You could possibly get rid of a player, but as you were saying before, everyone else has got a lot of players, so you need to be able to either foul or survive a foul. And Chaos can fall apart.
Yeah.
Their armor rate, you have a bad game, they're gone. Especially with a Mino having a niggle. Yeah, you wouldn't sack him because you can't replace him that quick, but
Yeah.
not going into who's playing who. I'm playing him, and he's gonna I'd expect him to annihilate me.
Yeah. Especially with that 2 claw, right? What are you going to do about that?
It's the 2 claw. It's the block
Claw
on
mighty
nearly
blows,
everyone.
yeah.
Strength
Block
5,
on
block everything. I genuinely can't see a way unless he does what everyone else in my division did, which is stand next to me with your ball carrier. If you do that, I'm loving it. I'm golden.
I don't think he'll do that.
No.
Okay, let's move on. So the old cunning stunts. Outsiders.
Our spiritual leader.
Yeah, he's recovered from losing a couple of vamps. He's now got that on Count Merc Cortis has got. Is that a niggle? That is a niggle.
Yeah.
And we've got a movement down on Back Droom, which.
But he does have Agi 5 strong arm.
He's basically a quarterback at this point, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's vampires, isn't it? What are you going to say? It's not bad. It's not a bad looking roster.
Yeah, it's all right. Run the Thrall up, a bit of diving catch there to go with the passing.
Yeah, he's got 14 players on it.
What you were saying about chipping away, because he can use he's also got a 2-up Hypno Gaze on Brackdoom. Once he's through it, he just runs up and uses him to open holes that lets everyone else through. And if he can outposition and just screen the Orcs off and they don't have a game where they kill everything, he could do well. And if he's got a Wizard and Cheney going into the next game, Cheney, you've seen what he can do with the Vamps from Season 2, and a Wizard can change a game.
Yeah, steal 3 rerolls, get Cheney to open tins. That could be a problem. I can imagine that. And
just a Wizard in terms of casting the 2-up Lightning Bolt, and you're stood on the end zone, look at me, I'm going to score 2-up. Oh, look, you're stunned. Brilliant, you can't score.
You'll definitely roll a 1, though.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah, okay, well, let's move on. Lizards in Pajamas. These guys were looking good until they had basically lost a bunch of guys in one game against Khemri. One of those deaths was actually a 6-up dodge that he failed. So they're a bit short on the ground now, and I think they've got some good skinks.
I'd still say he's all right, because the movement down, yeah, it's not great. He's only really got 2 people without. Is Crocs is 1 SPP, sort of cash, off another level up.
Yeah. He's got more guard than any of the teams we've looked at so far.
Yeah, he's
That's
got
true.
3 guard. He's got a tackle guy. The thing that I've noticed that nobody in this league seems to build into with Lizards is break tackle. It changes the entire face of the team.
Yeah.
Because
then you can
move.
move the Saurus, because they've got great movement to begin with.
And
they just can't get away from players.
Prehensile Tail, stand firm, guard, break tackle, just walks him into places you don't want him to be. Like he dodges into a normal cage on a 4-up.
Yeah.
And then you can't move him.
Yeah, that armor down's a problem though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd be targeting that for fouls all day.
Yeah, it's the same as the other guy who got injured on I think it was the Orc team. You can't sack him. Same as the Minotaur. You can't get rid of him because you can't level him quick enough to replace it.
Yeah, definitely. And he doesn't have the luxury of cash after having to replace a bunch of Sauruses. Those are 2 fresh Sauruses there at the bottom in case that isn't obvious.
You can see.
Yeah. He does have he'd have inducement money, and if he won, so he'll be playing the bad team from Division 3.
He'll be playing the Russian Rotters.
So he should have, basically, no disrespect to the Rotters, unless they have a mare, they should run rings around Rotters, because they've got speed and power over them.
Yeah, definitely. Well, best of luck to him. I don't think he'll need it in round 1. And last but not least, our final Division 1 team in the playoffs, Power Slave 1984.
My quiet pick for the entire thing.
Yeah.
Although they're missing a Tomb Guard. Guardian for the first game.
Yeah, that is going to be an issue because they basically cordon off half the field when you've got all four of them. But
Yeah.
I'm still quietly confident. I mean, I've got two movement ups, one on a blitzer and one on a thrower. I've got an Agi 3 blitzer who can receive the ball.
You've got everything you need. You've got players, so it doesn't matter. You'd have to take casualties on specific people. You can't just aim at skeletons because it doesn't matter. Because look, I've got to kill what, 5? I say me. Whoever's playing, he's got to kill 5 skeletons.
Isn't it the Kislev?
Yeah, the Kislev isn't going to be aiming to hurt you. They're going to do what they did against everybody else, which is jump over, strip you, and run it, score, and then hold you off. It's going to be a very tough ask.
Which those movement ups will help stop that.
Yeah, you've got, and because he doesn't have the number of players you do, and don't you have the pitch that lets you foul liberally?
It gives both teams a free bribe.
And because you've got regen, bribe, your fouling with you is always better than fouling with any other team in the game.
Yeah, I think he's going to struggle, but he's going to get a lot of inducements.
Not that much. That's the thing. He's only about 200 or 300 below you, and that's not a lot. Yeah, he's got I think 2 strength ups or something. He's got quite a lot. His team's not bad.
Well, I guess we'll take a look at him then in a sec, shall we? Let's take a look at Division 2.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to go all the way through all these leagues again. God, Blood Bowl 2. Playing that.
Division 2.
Yeah.
Let's see if I'm right.
So it's the Rotters are the first one.
Division 2. Okay, so yeah, Russian Rotters literally snuck in on a coin flip after drawing. This is what the league's all about, though. So, now to be fair, I haven't had a look at this since the beginning of the season. This has improved significantly.
He's only got 11 players. He's got I think he came second bottom on goal difference.
Yeah.
After I got I think I did 11 cash to the Ogres, which put him ahead on cash difference.
Yeah.
Which is what tipped him into the playoffs itself. His Troll, not his Troll, his Beast. Guard, solid choice. He's got 3 block warriors. He just doesn't have enough after 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he could get a bit more chaff. He could get another rotter, couldn't he? And
I'd be tempted just to go all out because he's going to be playing the lizards, so he's got tentacles. Get stuff like a chainsaw, a bribe to keep it on the pitch, or 2 bribes, and hope that he tries to hand off in Disturbing Presence, and just add so much in inducement money. But it doesn't even work because the lizards are only 260 ahead of him with that monster roster.
So he could scum for a Master Chef.
Yeah, and hope that he can strip them because they don't have sure hands on anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be tough, though.
It's going to be very tough, yeah. I'd be interested to see this one, actually. I think this might be the most interesting match of the first round.
Yeah. If he can do well, he'll be all right, but I feel sorry for the lad.
Yeah, well, he's currently... In fact, I should probably pull this up. Let's... yeah, this is going to look professional. Let me go to my Google Drive in the middle of this video. I actually have the odds, which I've calculated using probability mathematics. So the Russian Rotters' chances of reaching the semis are 8-1. I'll just pull this out of the way. And their chances of winning I've calculated at 26-1. So they're massively the outsiders.
The thing you've got to give him some credit for is he got past the Dead Meme Gang, which is a massively superior Nurgle team, in what is nearly a mirror match with 11 players.
Yeah.
And he got rid of them in the league and then got a result in the playoff. Yeah, he won by a coin flip, but still doing it twice proves that he knows what he's doing with it and he's learning.
Yeah, definitely. Because he was a beginner 2 seasons ago, but presumably he's starting to wrap his head around how these guys work now. And they are getting to that point where they come to fruition, start actually being a team.
Yeah, they're not burning rerolls on every block you do.
Yeah. Best of luck to him. It'll be interesting to see how he does. Let's take a look at the ne'er-do-wells. So, amazingly, according to my calculations, you have a higher chance of reaching the semis than half the Division 1 teams.
I personally don't see it.
Yeah, these Black Ops have nothing. Can't do anything there.
My reasoning isn't, it's me and I'm going to lose. We played a friendly game yesterday against Max.
Against the
Division 3 one season Max, and he annihilated me. Not a little bit of a tap around. No Black Oak block after 2 seasons. I've got 3 cash. That's not even 3. I've got 2 cash in 2 seasons of blocking. Because I've had 3 dead Blackhawks, and Mr. Trogelius, it's his first game again, because I've had 3 dead blitzers in a season as well. This team has been annihilated with injury. The fact I can't sack a blitzer, because he didn't have those skills, I just couldn't afford to replace him.
The Ajidan one.
Yeah.
He's had to stick with it.
I've had to stick with it. I've got 11 fan factor.
Same as he had to stick with the Ajidan Blackhawk.
Yeah, because he's got star player points. I can't drop him.
Yeah, that's a bit of a tough spot.
My team is basically, I've got Jack tries to kill your guy with dodge. I've got a good thrower. The lineman I leveled up against the ogres, and I've got a good blitzer. It's not enough. The only reason I got 5 wins in this season, and it sounds really horrible because half the people will be listening, is all of you to a man ran at me. Like, especially Kenny. We talked about it afterwards. He ran his ball carrier into a Blackhawk twice.
Yeah, that's unusual. I think the worst part about your plight is that you're not even really going to get that much in inducements, aren't you? Oh yeah, you probably got enough for the MasterChef, and that's it.
Yeah, and it's because my fan factor is really high because I'm winning everything and rolling really well on that.
Well, best of luck to you.
Winning everything.
Are you going to keep these guys into the next season, do you think?
Nope, they are. Doesn't matter if they win everything. Unless I get a monster like 8 cash, 5-0 win against Chaos, and I get Blackhawks all got block, they can't recover in time.
Okay.
The fact that I haven't done it, they're not going to be able to recover in time.
Sad times. Let's take a look at Dynamo Vostroya, our final playoff team.
Yeah.
Well, they've got a lineman out. What? How many players got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they have just 11 lining up for the next game. They've got HK in the bank. They can afford to get another lineman if they wish. Strength up blitz is nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played in the other game he played against Kenny in the pre-playoff. He got Sibby, which is really useful. And he lost 2 players in Sibby by turn 2.
Wow.
Everything Kenny hit,
still
he
won the
injured.
game.
And he also, the thing he lost, which is critical, the thing that everyone will overlook, is that guard lineman breaks most teams. Leap it in on a 3+, leap his blitzer into a different angle where you don't have enough, and twat you.
Yeah.
The only thing you've got going for you, Ben, is because he's playing against you, is if it's your blodge stepper, he doesn't have tackle. So he's relying on 1 or 2 dice, getting the 1 in 3 to get the POW.
Yeah. But the thing is, I usually only carry the ball with him as a last resort.
Yeah, you're going to have to carry it with him because his team is designed to run past all of your bullshit, hop over, knock it out your hands and score, and then just screen you off. And he's going to get money. If he keeps his money, he can spend it again the game against you to... I don't even know if they can have a chainsaw. But chainsaws against you are great because it doesn't matter what strength and guard you've got. Just chainsaw a mummy, hopefully it dies. Chip away.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this presents a very real threat, doesn't he, to be fair? I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's a different challenge. If Leap comes off, it's very challenging to play.
And he's learnt so much. If you watch him in his last game to his first game, where he leapt like a fucking lunatic and I lost my mind, the difference between... You wouldn't think it's the same coach. He's done so well to go from what the hell are you doing to he's my boy. I've got so much respect.
Yeah, fair play.
Much love, Ewan. Much love.
Good luck. Good luck to you. Right, well, that's the playoffs. Predictions?
Are we going to predict?
Yeah. What are we thinking? So let me just get this spreadsheet back up here. So we've got Lizards in Pajamas will be taking on the Russian Rotters. We've got Power Slave 1984 will be taking on Dynamo Vostroya. Rakdos Runaways will be playing the Ne'er-Do-Wells, and the Gorgeous Gits will be playing the All Cunning Stunts in the first round. So, who do you think we're going to be seeing in the final?
I think it'll be Rakdos Runaways. Depending on how the births go, Runaways in Power Slave.
You think so?
Yeah, because you've learnt Khemri. They seem to suit your style. And
Well,
you've got
actually,
a
I
good
think
roster.
if they beat... Oh, no, yeah, you're right. That could potentially be a final. Sorry, carry on.
And the Lizards taking 2 deaths and not having the players. The Lizards, doesn't matter what you do to Lizards, they don't change in how you beat them. Push the Saurus out the way, which you have the strength and the guard to do. Use tackle and foul and just kill the skinks, and they can't do anything about it.
Okay.
That's the same way you've beat them. That's how everyone always beats Lizards. And because their team got gutted and they've got an armor 8 Crocs, I reckon you've got enough to get past them. The Chaos, they've got me, and the only hopes I've got is an early dicing. Because if I can get chainsaws and bombs that kill half his roster, I've got experience, but experience doesn't get rid of Claw Mighty Blow.
What do you think, Sean?
I'd say certainly Power Slave and the Rakdos Runaways do seem to be the favourites looking at it.
Ah, fair enough. I think that we could quite possibly end up with Dynamo Destroyer making their way through, having looked at that roster. It's pretty decent if he seems to know what he's doing.
It's you have the count, like every team he's played so far to get that hasn't had the luxury of I don't give a fuck, I'm going to stamp on you.
Yeah.
Where you
The
will
number
just
of
foul
players.
him. You'll just foul him because you've got 16 guys. You don't care if you're sent off. And the same as when he played against the Orcs, he lost the Blitzer and his entire team just stopped working for the rest of the drive.
Right.
Also,
the
it's
same
going to
as
run
Viking.
into some more tentacles as well that can be challenging.
Yeah, he can't jump out of it. Who's got tentacles on the Khemri?
Not on the Camry, but some of the other teams if he goes
Yeah,
past the...
there's a fair bit of tentacles in there. Well, shall we take a look at our Division 3 teams as they finished?
Right, Division 3A first.
Yeah, why not? Let's be sensible about it, shall we? 3A, okay.
This was the hard division, wasn't it? Where it had all the good people in it.
It was the tougher of the two, I think. So let's have a quick look at how things finished. So we ended up with Lolth's Buccaneers at the top. Well done, Josh. Yep. And then there was a bit of a tussle between...
That's Dave.
Sorry, well done, Dave. Yeah, there's a bunch of Dark Elf teams in there. Well done, Dave.
Yeah.
And then we had a bit of a tussle there between the Humans and the Norse for second place. Humans eventually winning out. Sean,
I was only a point
mid-table.
behind. I was only a point behind the Norse in third.
That's 2, yeah. For a while, it looked like you might actually be getting second, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, I was top after the first 3 games, and then it all fell apart.
I want to know what happened with these dwarves. How did they lose 6 games?
2 of them were concedes.
Oh, right. Why?
One, he was halfway through a great game and just didn't play the rest of
He
it. Something happened.
said something came up with work, and the other one he just never turned up.
Right, I see. Were those the last couple of games?
Yeah, last 2 games.
So can we assume that he's rage quit then? Is that what's happened?
He conceded one in the other season as well.
No, he
Right.
didn't.
That's,
I look
in one of
back.
the earlier seasons, there was 3 with the name.
Well, we'll see if he accepts his ticket then. Anyway, let's take a look at these teams. So CCE Crew didn't have the best season, but then Amazons really do.
Yeah, it struggled for level ups. Is
Yeah.
the problem there.
This is pretty bare bones, isn't it?
Yeah, he's awful.
Yeah, what can you do with this, really? It's a write-off. Play your game, have fun, start fresh next season. That's the beauty of Blood Bowl, isn't it, really?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Zons aren't a long-haul team. Zons are great.
They're a first
short-term.
season you do well. Yeah.
Because if no one has tackle at the start bar like Chaos Dwarf, he's only got one of them against him. This was his time to shine. because nothing can hurt you, and you want your linemen to level up because they're effectively blitzers as soon as you give them block.
Yeah.
So you just have a team of blitzers, and then you use your blitzers for guard mighty blow, which he has got guard, which I like that choice. And again, if you don't know what you're doing though, and you try to play them like elves that run away, they will fall over, you will fail actions, and you'll get the hell kicked out of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this is the problem. This is the ultimate dichotomy with Amazons, isn't it? They appear to be a dodgy team to the untrained eye, but you have to play them bashy. But eventually, the bash falls apart, doesn't it? I'm really not a fan. I think they're one of the crappiest teams to take in a league in the whole of Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
In a league, they're tough.
Yeah, in a one day or something.
In a tournament, they're great because of if you don't build tackle and if all they do is focus, they're cheap. The strength of the roster is they're cheap.
Yeah.
Like he's got 4 rerolls and Apo, 12 players, all the positionals he'll ever need, and he's 1160. So when this team does develop, it doesn't give you much. And if you want, you can go 15 players, all of which start with dodge anyway, and just foul people, knock them over, stamp on their tackle. They're like the. I don't like them compared to Norse. They're not my team. I much prefer Norse for the aggression. If you're going to hit something, hit it properly.
Well, good luck.
Also, I don't know why he's got 4 coaches, because it's a D3 role.
Well, it means that people with 3 coaches are at a disadvantage to him, obviously, Graham. Let's have a look at Lolth's Buccaneers, the champions.
Good team.
Yeah,
this is good.
So what's he got there? 2 wrestle, a kicker. He's got guard and sidestep. Lovely. He's got a blodging witch elf.
Yeah, the other one was his new one because that's the other thing he's managed to afford. To buy the 4 blitzers and the 2 witch elves, so he's got everything he wants now.
Yep, and his Apo as well, just in case something happens to one of those witch elves.
And as he's skilling up, the 2 rerolls normally become less of an issue.
Yeah.
Because he's got block dodge on everything he cares about. Yeah, you might roll the odd bad pickup. Fine. You can normally accept it with Dark Elves, and Dark Elves are the same as every other elf team. You can win with 6 players.
Yeah.
Just 2 up. Oh, I've just ran past you. Good luck. Especially with Blodge Stepper.
And at this point, you'd expect him to be doing well, wouldn't you? Really?
Yeah. If he goes in against an easy, I put money on him in that little wager thing.
Yeah. Fair
and
play.
He's an experienced coach in 2 sets of divisions that are not as experienced as he is.
Yeah.
And he's not just experienced, he's experienced with elves. Yes, it's normally high elf, but these are better than high elf.
Yeah. Let's have a look at rejected swimsuit models. Oh, he's got a movement 8 runner with short hands. He's a blodger.
His first level up on the runner was
nice. Yeah, I mean, I think this looks better than the Dark Elf team, to be honest with you.
He hasn't got that many level ups though.
No, but they are focused.
Focused on dealing with all the dodge that this division has.
That's the weakness of it though. Like if he runs over with Joe Hash Brown, gets 1 unlucky thing and he's gone, you're left with the 2 linemen. Yeah, they're not bad. Just isolate them with other linemen, and the runner just gang up on him, frenzy him off the pitch. He doesn't have Mighty Blow on the Yeti yet. His Ulfs are good. It is a good roster, and people they underestimate the power of jump up. So they'll block, stand next to his blitzer. He'll just go, right, 2 up, and I've frenzied you. A lot of people underestimate it.
Yeah.
And he has been wise in knowing that he's probably going to go into a playoff. There's a shed load of dodge-based teams, so everything he can, he's tackled up.
Yeah. Good shout.
If he gets it, I think he'll do well as soon as he gets a Mighty Blow on that Yeti.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think he's lacking?
Guard.
Yeah.
For a frenzy-based team, there's a lack of guard.
Yeah.
But Dave Oakenhammer's died, so that's why he's lost all his points.
Right, yeah.
He also only has 2 rerolls, which, if I was him,
and
he doesn't
low for a Norse.
Max isn't a proponent of rerolls, though. he prefers more chaff, less reroll. But yeah,
it
you're
worked
right.
For him, but He's got his Apple. It's a decent roster. My Orcs played it and got bummed by it.
Well,
And
good luck.
it suits him as well. He's aggressive, and that's what Norse need. They need hyper-aggressive.
Yeah, well, we'll expect to see him in the latter stages, I imagine. Let's have a look at Vanilla Dynamos. What have we got going on here? So he's got a thrower with
on the ogre.
Yeah, that's nice. That is block, and is that accurate on his thrower?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's going to be missing his other thrower for the next game, but that's not the end of the world, is it?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Got his kicker. Yeah, all the ingredients are here. Weird lack of SPP on his lineman though. Not that that's the end of the world, I guess. You'd rather have it on your blitzers, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's not that important with humans.
He went for sidestep as his first skill on the catcher.
It does let you run down the sidelines like a little bugger.
I suppose, yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't have done that. I'd have either gone block or
wrestle.
Yeah, or wrestle, or possibly even sprint.
It does give you the one turner without having to go mental.
Well,
it's a decent roster. 3 rerolls, Apo, 7 fan factors, adding a bit to his value, where the other people only had about 4. But, you know. And Dave's played quite a lot of games, level 20 cost, so he's played a lot in this as well as tabletop.
Yeah.
And it depends if I've not seen him play the humans to know if he's...
There's just not really a great deal you can say about this, is there? Because apart from the unusual catcher level up, it's very default, isn't it? This is what you do. Yeah. He's got his tackler, he's got his guard, he's got his mighty blow for actually blitzing. Yeah. He's got kick as his first skill on a lineman. It all makes sense, doesn't it, really? I don't know if I'd have gone block on that thrower, but I suppose he's intending to use him as a ball carrier as well as a thrower.
Yeah, because
obviously...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he gave it block as his first skill. I'd have probably gone with a passing skill first, but that's it.
No, because the whole point is, with the sure hands, he'll be picking up the ball, and humans, whilst they can go for the passing game, will more default to the running game.
Yeah.
So he's more likely to be holding on to the ball, and the block helps there.
Yeah.
Now it's only really wrestle you're sending at him, and it's a skill that can counter what he's got at the moment.
And if you don't close all his corners off and they're blitzers, you just hand it off on a 3+ to a blitzer, and he's movement 7.
Yeah.
Off he goes.
Yep. Well, looking good. Let's take a look at Rivendell Reavers.
13-man elf roster.
Yeah. Oh, you've got a movement down catcher.
Yeah. I'm going to stick with it for now, because it still gives me an extra player.
Yeah, he's still got 3 strength, hasn't he?
Yeah.
That's the great thing about these catchers, isn't it? They're not weak. They can actually stand up a bit.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, your fan factor's not bringing you...
I'm sensing a theme here, Sean, and it's dodge.
Yeah, well, it's elves.
got a guard. Nice.
2 tackle, got guard.
And that lineman's got a niggle.
Yeah.
Can't really afford to get rid of him, though, can you?
Well, I just had to pay to replace a strength down lineman, so I had to leave it.
Him and the thrower probably wouldn't be on the pitch at the start. They'd be your reserves.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you're really fully committing to the whole "I'm not fighting you" idea here, right?
Yeah.
He can apply the guard and hit.
I've got the guard and the blitzers, but it's a lot of movement, a lot of dodge.
Do you fancy your chances?
I like how you play elf, Sean. That's why I put money on it. The 10 gold. you know what you're doing with elves. Every time I've seen you do really well, you've been elf. You had the one good run with the Chaos Dwarves, but you didn't like it, where elves you just do naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got confidence in you, Sean.
Yeah, I think I can do
Hope
well.
you don't come up against Max, I guess, is the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he got really lucky in our game this season we played, and had removed 5 players by about turn 4.
Wow. Well, let's have a look at these dwarves that have conceded 2 games. We've got guard on 1, we've got block on a runner. There's not really much you can say about that, is there?
Yeah.
And he's only got 10 men.
Yeah, well, he's got enough to get another. What is he missing? Troll Slayer. He's got enough for a Troll Slayer.
No, it's got
It's a
both
runner.
trolls.
Oh, he's got both Troll Slayers. Just another runner,
It's a
I guess.
runner.
Then. Yeah, he's got enough for another runner. He can replace him. I don't know if he's actually gonna even
Double
accept
play
the
again.
ticket. I don't know if he's AFK from the game or whatever, but I guess we'll find out.
Do you want me to make a dwarf team for him? I can play 2 games.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, dwarfs, innit? They can still compete. They've got so many core skills.
Yeah, they start with enough skills that they can cause some problems, especially if they end up against an Amazon team at some point.
Yeah, nothing wrong with this team as is. Although I wouldn't bring it back for a second season at this point because what's the point?
You
What I
might as
would
well
say
start
is
fresh.
a lot of people that I've seen, like especially the newer people, have took dwarf and wood elf by reading the internet saying wood elf are god mode, dwarves are easy. Dwarves at the start aren't. You need to know positioning because they're so. That's why everyone says the challenge rating 5. Because if you fuck up your positioning, you're ruined. You can't do anything. You're never going to recover.
Yeah.
And if you don't know that and you don't know how to do it, it's when you've got the 10 guard, 4 mighty blow, you don't have to think, you just step up and everything they do is a 2 dice block against you. That's when dwarves are what people hate.
Yeah.
And when dwarves are god mode. And the same as wood elf with the 2 or 3 people we had the other season. They're good when you know what you're doing. And they survive.
Yeah.
And that's what happened against everyone.
But they're much better in resurrection format where you don't have to worry about the injuries.
You should always recommend that first timers pick up humans, really. Cause
Orcs
or humans, yeah.
Really nice
Orcs,
one.
well, orcs are very strong, aren't they? But I think if you choose orcs, then you're just playing on easy mode, and you're not going to learn anything. Isn't that right, Graham?
Yep. Play on easy mode and take 6 cash, mate. That's easy mode.
Let's check out Lauren Linebreakers, an aforementioned Wood Elf team who have a 10-man
I'm not
roster.
sure about the double strip ball.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess if one gets removed, he's got another one.
I normally go strip ball tackle, and then if you don't level up, flip it the other way so they both do it.
Yeah.
Nerfs
This ain't a bad roster after considering how rough it can be playing Wood Elves. He's got a level on both his War Dancers. His catches, Nerves of Steel and block. That's decent.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love Nerves of Steel as a double skill for these elf catchers.
Yeah.
If I was him, if you don't mind backseat coaching,
you
don't need more line elves. Save your money, buy catchers.
Yeah.
Because then you're not burning your rerolls on dodge. Because you just step off. Every game you play is just step off, and when he makes a positional mistake, your War Dancer goes in and bums him.
Yeah, definitely. 100% start buying catchers. Unless you want to play memes, then you can get a Treeman.
Later on, once he's at like 2,000 rating, a Treeman's worth it because he's something that stands on the line.
Occupy lineman.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are looking good. If he can play Wood Elf style Wood Elf games, unlike most of the Wood Elf coaches we've seen, there's no reason why he can't make it to the final and win this.
Yep.
And it's a good enough roster to be taken to next season.
Absolutely, yeah. For the first time ever. Let's have a look at Midori no Shio. Hey, this ain't too bad.
Nice Orc team, yeah.
Yeah, these are looking good. Shame about the Black Orcs, but 3 of them are on the verge of leveling. 3 of them are 1 cash away from leveling.
They look a lot better than Graham's Black Orcs after 2.
He's got more SPP on their Black Orcs after 1 season than I've got on mine after 2.
Yeah, I could totally see this being a couple of seasons from now, being a Division 1 contender. I like that he's got his dirty player as well. Fully approve of that. Yeah, this ain't bad at all. I mean, they finished mid-table. I think they finished 1 place below you, didn't they, Sean?
Yeah, they finished 5th.
Yeah, but there's no reason why these guys can't go all the way.
He only lost 2 games. It was a lot of draws he got.
I never remember who that is.
Oh, it's Charles Dinsdale. Mr. Dinsdale.
Okay.
He's in the DBBL now, Graham, so you might cross swords with him there. But yeah, this is a great team. I like this. He's also got the 1-turner as well. He's gone for the troll. I like that. That's always a laugh. Yeah, not a bad team at all. That. Shall we take a look at 3B?
Yeah. I'm in.
Oh my god, this is so annoying. I don't know why I'm doing it in this ridiculously laborious way, but I've started now. There we go. No, where are you, 3B?
It's one left of Tenderfoot Trophy when you first go in.
God damn it. There, okay, right.
We get to start with a team that has had a bear die.
St. Nico's Flying Circus. Wow! Look at these level ups. What the hell? That's awesome. Shame about the bear.
The empty top spot's the bear.
Yeah, that's a shame, but you can't really complain about 2 strengths up and an agi up in 7 games.
Yeah. So now he's got stroke 3 catcher.
Yeah.
I'd be keeping this team every day of the week.
Yeah,
this is an awesome team. Even though he's not had the best season, to be fair, in terms of results, but it's a rough start with Slan, isn't it? Really, and
because you don't have the core skills, really.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is one of that Prancer Pestanovka, whatever it's called, the Agi 5 catcher, is one of the few players that even say pass block.
Yeah.
Because he's going to intercept on a 3+ that you can't safe throw. You throw the ball anywhere near him, and he's going, I'm over there, mate. Get fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. That's why we have you on this show, Graham. Those insights.
So those great insights.
Yeah.
And colourful language. PG-13.
Yeah, very colourful. So he's. I mean, other than that, it's pretty standard stuff, right? He's got his wrestlers, he's got his blockers, he's got a dodger. It really is missing, I guess,
the bear.
Strip ball.
You want to take block and dodge and stuff first.
Yeah, you need those.
You haven't got the core skills to start, so that's his strength ups are nice, and it'll be great later on. But for now, he just needs to do what he's doing. Get the strength 4 guy. I'd probably get the strength 4 guy wrestle.
Yeah.
Just so when he leaps in, because if you get a guard on any lineman, leap him in, put the guard in, leap in with strength 4 wrestle, strip ball, tackle. And just nothing in the game can keep a hold of that. Pretty much, you're gonna drop the ball.
Unless he rolls schools, the ball is straight.
Yeah. Well, good luck, Saint Nico, and your Flying Circus. Let's take a look at the Clan of Cthulhu. So these guys finished about mid-table, I believe, as well.
Yeah.
This is a nice roster. I like this.
Yeah, he's got to the 2 Witch Elf 4 blitzers now.
Yep, he's got his tackle. He's got an agi up on a blitzer, so he's presumably going to be his receiver of the ball, I guess. Because he's got no catches, has he?
Oh, you can do so many things with agi 5.
Yeah.
It can be your safety valve when everything goes wrong, because it picks up in 1 tackle zone on a 2 up, 2 tackle zones on a 3 up. Makes all the passing so much easier. The dodging through tackle
you can
zones.
dodge into cages as well.
It becomes your safety valve when all goes wrong.
What do you think? I don't know. It feels like there's something missing from this roster. What is it? What am I not seeing? Maybe I'm just wrong. Oh, it's the witch. Yeah. It's the witch elves. He's only got 1 level up on a witch elf.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you take next on Cthulhu?
Oh.
It's a bit of a tough one, isn't it?
It depends how the rest of it goes.
Have we lost? Are you there, Graham? Have we lost?
I think we lost Graham.
Oh, okay.
I'd say it depends how the rest of the level ups go. Strip ball's a good shout.
Yeah.
If you get strip ball on someone else, tackle.
The fact that he's got a 12-man roster is quite nice as well, isn't it? Got a bit of extra chaff there just in case. Plus, he's got SPP on everyone except that 1 witch elf, which is, I think, the first time we've seen that from a Division 3 team. So if these guys can have a good time in the playoffs, they may well have a lot of skills going into the second season. Yeah. Good-looking team. Expect them to do well. Let's take a look at the next guys. Please stop sucking. Well, Matt, please accept your ticket for the Tenderfoot Trophy.
There you go, 4 vamps.
Yeah, the way it's supposed to be done, Jack. Oh, that movement up's huge. That's really nice.
But yeah, he's started with the block 1. I know a lot of people say dodge is your first one because if you've failed your bloodlust and then have to dodge to get to a Thrall, you don't want to be losing your vampire because you failed to dodge.
Yep. But that's not the case here. So he's playing a kind of aggressive style.
Tried to take advantage of that strength 4.
Yeah.
To play bash.
Which isn't the worst plan in the world. He's got his kicker, which is nice. Always handy.
Yep.
He's gone for wrestle on the Thrall rather than block. Would you have done that?
It can't hurt to have some wrestle in there, because obviously that helps if you can get to the ball carrier.
Yeah. He's got his Apo, which is nice. Yeah, not looking bad. Again, I think these guys finished about mid-table. You'd expect them to be competing.
Yeah.
Shall we take a look at Brighton and Hull Albion, champions of this league? I think the highest TV in the whole of the Division 3s.
No.
No?
No, there's the Dark Elf haven't beat. Both Dark Elf teams here have.
Oh yeah, 14. Yeah.
My High Elf and Dave's Dark Elf haven't beaten the other division.
Ah, okay. Well, I was unequivocally wrong about that then. But still, we've got some pretty nice stuff to look at here. We've got all of his werewolves have block. One of them's a blodger.
Yep. Block on one of the golems.
Yeah, he's got his tackler up for the white there. He's got a bit of wrestle, but most importantly, he's got a zombie with dirty player.
Yeah.
And he's got some chaff there as well. So this is where you want to be about now, isn't it? With the necro team.
Yeah.
That claw is
huge.
huge.
A bit more on the whites, but
yeah, definitely. Yeah. It would have been nice to have block on the other flesh golem as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, having 2 tin openers this early.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Would expect these guys to be competing for the championship, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
His fan factor is quite high though. That must be a bit annoying. Let's take a look at the RPG starter pack. This is Greg's team. He's done incredibly well considering his Underworld. He finished mid-table, which is higher than anyone could have expected, right?
Yeah, he's done well, which makes him my opponent.
All right. Are you confident?
I think I should be able to. The troll looks horrible, and that claw counters the one benefit of taking high elves over pro elves, that armor 8.
Yeah.
But one blitzer hasn't leveled up, the other's only blodge, so there's not the killy side of the Skaven blitzers.
I'm loving this Underworld Goblin with the movement up and big hand.
Yeah.
That's really good.
But it looks like a lot of fun, and the 2-head one as well.
Yeah. The best thing about the 2-head one is the animation for it. Look how absolutely disturbing that is. Oh my god, what is going on there?
Oh, yeah. It's a weird second head.
Yeah, these are looking good. They can play the passing game. That's the main thing. They can send that goblin down the field, even in the rain, because he has big hand, and throw passes to him. So it'll be interesting to see how he manages that. Always nice to have the apothecary. Let's take a look at Synthwave Mark II. So
You've given him really outside odds.
So yeah, he has a 926 to 1 chance of taking the championship. And of scoring more than 5 touchdowns, 209 to 1. So if you're fancying some risky bets, stick them on that. What have we got here? Not much to talk about.
Two sidestep goblins, one with niggling injury, and no other level ups.
But what he will have is inducements, which is all you really want with goblins. He's got 170k in the bank as well.
He's playing Dark Elves, so he's going to get like 500k inducement.
Yeah. Chainsaw, 2 bribes, and Master Chef, right?
Sounds good. It depends how much he believes in the Master Chef. When it works fantastic. But it does cost a lot. You could get bomber, some other stuff.
Yeah, possibly. Well,
if he steals all the re-rolls, that can become quite difficult.
I think I'm going to have a little flutter on him to make it into the next round. It's definitely worth the bet, I think. I mean, we've seen the Russian Rotters sneak through maybe this guy can too.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at. These Amazons are officially out now. They've missed too many games in a row. So whoever's meant to be against them will be getting a bye. But let's see just how this team finished up in the end. So he's got 6 rerolls. He's got a movement up line woman.
Which ain't
and
bad.
A blodging line woman. Yeah, I mean, the weird thing about this, right, is if he didn't have so many rerolls,
he could have the 4th blitzer, which is all you need. Really, 4 blitzers and everyone else line woman is all you really need to do what they're doing. Maybe a thrower to get a cheap leader, but that's all you really want in Amazons.
Yeah, well, we'll not be seeing these guys again anyway, so let's move on. The Black Parade. So these guys, I think actually, were these guys champions of this league? Was I wrong about that?
Yes.
Yes, they were, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was Brian and Howell. These guys came second.
Second, yeah. They were close.
But they're looking good. Again, another good-looking... Only the one Witch Elf on this team, though. That's unique to these guys.
Yeah, but rolled a double on a lineman and gave him mighty blow.
Yeah.
And then managed to get block.
Yeah, that's pretty big, that is. And he's got his guards. He's got 4 blitzers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got 180k spend as well.
That mighty blow. Yeah.
Yeah, so he should be getting his second Witch Elf now.
He can afford the Witch Elf. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's he should be getting his second Witch Elf now, and that'll put him about.
Yeah,
on
I
par
can't
with
see
other
why
teams.
not. Yeah, there's no reason not to get it.
So shall we have a look at predictions then?
All right.
So we're going to be having Synthwave will be taking on Lolth's Buccaneers.
Yes.
So actually, maybe I won't have a have a bet on them. But what do you think?
Well, as I say, it's like at least 500k inducement.
Yeah, it is going to be quite a bit. I think I expect so. It goes without saying that we expect Lolth's Buccaneers, Brighton and Howell Albion, the Black Parade, and all of those guys will probably be competing for the championships. Yes. But what do we think about the mid-table guys? Who out of them do you think will probably present a legitimate challenge for the championship? I mean, let's kick things off. Those Norse rejected swimsuit models.
The Norse,
that's a pretty nasty looking team, depends.
Right? I think with the teams that are in it, yeah, they'll do fine. If they came up against maybe the Orcs or something, the Bashes, maybe they'd have a bit of trouble. But most of the teams that are there, that heavy tackle that he's taken should work really well for him. So I think he can do well.
Yeah, I agree. I think Clan of Cthulhu as well are a pretty decently developed team. I think those guys
should do well.
St. Nico's Flying Circus have had a rough season, but they're not a bad side at all.
But I think they start against the Norse. So,
I think that they will start against. Yeah, you're right. They will. Yeah.
So, well, that's it could end up horribly because that Norse can bash, but it could end up bad for the Norse because Leap, especially all those skill ups, there's a lot of interesting things that the Kislev could do. Tough call on that.
What do you think for the final?
Oof.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Without knowing the exact routes that teams are taking, it's tough. But yeah, I would expect more likely one of the 4 teams that finished first and second in their divisions.
Yeah, I think Vanilla Dynamos are in with a good chance. They'll be getting a bye through the first round, I believe. I'd probably expect to see them and Brighton and Howell Albion or the Black Parade in the final.
Yeah, and those or Lolth's Buccaneers.
Yeah,
those 4 seem the most likely for the final, I think.
Well, let's just finish this off by shaming the people who have yet to accept their tickets. So for the playoffs, we are still waiting on the Old Cunning Stunts and the Russian Rotters. So that's Jack and Damo. Please accept your tickets.
Yep.
And for the Tenderfoot Trophy, we are still waiting on Das Grindhouse.
Which is Jamie.
Please stop
who,
sucking. Yep.
who
Jamie
did have
and
to concede 2 games.
right. Well,
And
perhaps he won't.
Said he's going on holiday soon.
Right. Yeah. And please stop sucking. I don't think the Amazons are going to accept their ticket. I think Jamie's "I'm going on holiday" is perhaps him saying, "I really don't want to play this team anymore," which I wouldn't blame him for. But yeah. So accept your tickets, bitches. And with that in mind, thank you for joining me, Sean. Thanks, Graham, for disappearing halfway through. And good luck in the playoffs, everybody.